Hello, I am Lucy, and I'm here talking about A Thousand Splendid Suns and just the connections between Malala and some current events today. So, first, the Sustainable Development Goals in Afghanistan is basically a plan by the United Nations to kind of develop Afghanistan more. And I'm just going to read off the 17, I don't know, steps or goals that they have. So no poverty, zero hunger, good health and well-being, quality education, gender equality, clean water and sanitation, affordable and clean energy, decent work and economic growth, industry, innovation, and infrastructure, reduced inequalities, which I think that one's a little bit redundant because I don't know, there are some things that could fall under that branch, but I think everything here is important. Sustainable cities and communities, responsible consumption and production, climate action, life below water, life on land, peace, justice, and strong institutions, and partnerships for the goals. So basically, um, these are just the United Nations goals on working in Afghanistan because right now it's not as developed as some of the other countries in the United Nations. So they're just trying to get it up to speed, I guess. So some things that I found that were very important in this is that there definitely are some steps, and I found some problems, quote, quote, with their ordering. I thought that they could have put some things further up on the list rather than down. Um, Like, there are things that I think are more important than others. Like, I think that clean water and sanitation is more important. Like, I know that education is important as well, and gender equality and like stuff like that. But I think that things that have to do with health um should be further up on the list, so like clean water, stuff like that. And then climate action as well to some degree, and then like life below water, especially because if there's no life below water, that can just interrupt with infrastructure and stuff like that, and like keep people from doing their jobs as well as life on land, because some people rely on those things. So I think that things that have to do with health and well-being should be moved further up on the list, and then things, even though they're very, very important, like equality and infrastructure and like building up communities and stuff like that, I think that they should be moved back because there are certain like things that humans need that need to be further up on the list. So Malala is a girl who grew up in Afghanistan, I believe, and she was headed to school, and she with a bunch of girls. It was like a school, and she almost died. She was shot in the face just for trying to receive an education, which is terrible. But she's become a super amazing and powerful spokesperson for education of specifically girls in like Afghanistan and other countries. And I think that she specifically, like being a spokesperson for girls getting educations, relates to A Thousand Splendid Suns so directly, because this many parts of this book are like girls should not get an education, like they just need to stay at home and like take care of the kids, like that social or like just everything like that pressure is put onto them, and she's really trying to allow them to have opportunities that like the men can have, and like the opportunities that I can have here in the United States. um so I thought that like looking into these two links were very insightful. And there are definitely things that I have comments on, like as I said before, about this. But I think that the opportunity for girls to have educations or just live non-abusive lives, abused lives, and like not prejudiced lives, and not be put down, and is very, very important. And I'm glad that I've never had to experience that to like the degree that they have. But I think that it's terrible, and I just like I think that it is so important for specifically girls to have education. Um, and the fact that this is not taught more in school is kind of scary to me. Because I wanted to know more about what this was like how this was happening when it was happening. So like years ago, before I'd read I'm Malala and things like that, like before I went out and researched on my own, I wish that I would have been told about it, because knowing that I'm getting the opportunities that none of these girls are having, is crazy. So yeah,